Gender Differences Depicted in Advertisements by Julie Curtis. This project is viewed through the symbolic interactionist perspective. Symbolic interactionism is a perspective in sociology that is used to view the way people act toward things based on the meaning they have for that thing. An example of this would be cigarettes. People learn from a young age that there are many risk and health factors for smoking cigarettes, such as lung cancer, but people still smoke cigarettes. This is because they view cigarettes as cool, so they view cigarettes based on the meaning they have for it. People are taught from an early age that you must buy specific products in a certain manner. And you might not think about it, but men and women buy products solely based on the way they are advertised. Products geared toward men have darker colors, sharper edges, and a more masculine appearance, while products geared for women have lighter colors, softer edges, and a more feminine appearance. This yoga ad is geared toward women based on the fact that there are floral background, lighter colors, and fruits on the actual container, while this ad is geared toward men with the guy in the background with abs and the text on it that says "Find your inner abs," making the consumer think, if I eat this yogurt, I'll get abs. Signal came out with a toothpaste that was more gender neutral until they found out that it wasn't reaching the men. So they came out with a toothpaste for men with darker colors and the actual word men written on it. Razors, for example, this picture has a more floral background, lighter colors, geared for women, while this one has more darker colors and more manly appearance. Dove came out with a soap that wasn't necessarily geared toward women, but that's who they attracted, with their cursive font and a more feminine gold bird logo. But they too found that it wasn't reaching the men's side of consumers, so they came out with Dove for Men, with more straight line font, darker colors, and a gray bird. And they even straightened out the edges of the soap to give it a more manly appearance. Even from our earliest years, we are taught that blue is a more masculine color, so it must be for the boy, and pink is more delicate and dainty, so it's meant for the girl. So newborn boys are wrapped in blue blankets and a blue hat, and the girl is wrapped in pink blanket and a pink hat. With the toys, even as we grow up, we are shown that the blue section of the store is for boys, and the girl section of the store is pink. In this Lego ad, we are shown on the right is geared for boys with the more action-y based set with weapons and swords, and the left side is for girls with a more feminine, pretty set with butterflies in the background. And this set is for little girls with a stereotypical stay-at-home mom with the house in the background and the flowers and the pretty colors. And this one is for boys with the more action-y type set with superheroes. This two dolls are geared for the Barbie's geared for the girl with the more pretty dressy type, and the G.I. Joe, again more action-y, is for the boy. As we grow up, the ads become a little bit more over-sexualized, with the models being very adult-like, with this alcohol ad, salad dressing ad, Burger King ad, clothing, beer, and toothpaste. Now, the men in advertisement are depicted as more strong, masculine, and dominant. Cologne, cars, and shoes. While the women in advertisements are depicted as delicate, sexy, and fragile. Vegetarian ad, burger ad, and perfume. Again, symbolic interactionism is a perspective in sociology that is used to view the way people act toward things based on the meaning they have for that thing. So why would anybody want to become a model based on how the models are treated in the advertising industry and the way they are depicted in the ads? Well, it's simple, because people don't necessarily believe that anything bad will be said about them or anything will be treated, or they will be treated badly. But we are taught to see the people in magazines as beautiful and skinny, and we are indirectly taught to aspire to be them. That's the social norm, is to be like the people in the ads, and it's seen as deviant if we don't want to be like. But some companies are breaking through the stereotypes of advertising. In this Tide commercial, it depicts a stay-at-home dad who does the laundry and cares for the kids and tells us that Tide is the way to go because it's easiest. And Dove advertising uses the models as people you would see normally on the streets instead of the skinny, pretty girls that you would see only in the advertising industry. So we can aspire to be like the Dove models because they're more practical. So is it necessarily bad to have a difference in the way businesses advertise? Only when they show sexist stereotypes of the genders and market products with absurd price differences. So if you're okay with dealing with more darker colors and sharper edges, then you can go ahead and save money and buy the cheaper product.